What's good, Chaotic Nation? It's your boy, Chaos here, and today I'm continuing ranking my favorite Pokemon of each type. This list comes from my experience playing through the Pokemon franchise over the past several years. The order of this series is based on my least favorite type to my most favorite type, and this is our final type to discuss. A dual-type Pokemon has the possibility to be considered for both types it has, because if a Pokemon is one of my favorites, it should be considered for both lists. And with all that being said, sit back and relax as we dive into the fire type. Number 10, Galarian Zen Mode Darmanitan. Galarian Darmanitan is a really cool, awesome option. And also, a snowman making a fire type list is kind of funny. Darmanitan was always a forgettable Pokemon for me since I really didn't have one for my Black and White or Black and White 2 teams. But when I was crafting my team for my first playthrough of Pokemon Sword, I was looking for an ice type. I looked through the leaks to find that Darmanitan was a fire and ice type, and I immediately threw it into my lineup. Funny thing is, I still have yet to use this fire and ice form, since I enjoy the regular ice type form too much. I found mine worked with a Choice Scarf, and thanks to Guerrilla Tactics being its ability, it was a late game powerhouse that made an impact on my playthrough. But I do really like the concept for our fiery snowman. Number 9, Rotom Heat. It's no surprise that I like the Rotom forms. I've used them consistently in the My Gym series whenever they apply. I just really like the concept of Rotom having the ability to become different appliances and having a multitude of types because if it's obtaining the properties of the object it possesses. It's similar to Eevee in the sense that it can be changed into several different forms. The only issue is I really don't see a lot of use for this Pokemon since its moveset is pretty shallow and it only got more limited thanks to the removal of Hidden Power in Generation 8. Overall, I like the lore of this Pokemon, which makes me really enjoy it and makes it one of my favorites. Number 8, Arcanine. Despite my severe lack of use of this Pokemon, especially since it's been out since Generation 1, I really like this design. Arcanine has a really nice and simple design which just works, and a lot of Pokemon who have these really simple designs make them work because they look natural. My only problem with Arcanine is it's not really super strong enough to blow through its opponents. I mean, yeah, it's got a lot of utility, it's got a lot of different moves and versatility that can be used. It just seems like it's missing that je ne sais quoi to make it go over the top. It does have also a really cool ability in Intimidate, which makes it pretty useful. The other problem I have with Arcanine is that Stonievos are kind of annoying to me. I don't really like when I have to wait for a Pokemon to evolve because I have to get it a certain move. So Growlithe being a mainstay on my team for way too long was not something that I ever looked forward to, and a lot of the reason why I haven't used Arcanine. Number 7, Houndoom. Houndoom became one of my favorites in Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. I rarely chose Flareon for my evolution, and I always ended up grabbing and adding Houndour to the team. It's a great mon early in the generations due to both Dark and Fire being special types. It also has a really awesome concept and just looks really cool. I don't like how it can be difficult to come by in some of the earlier games and in games in general, but I've always enjoyed using it on the teams that I can, and I just really think it's a cool Pokemon. Number 6, Torquel. Torquel is a rather unusual choice unless you are running a Sun team, but I really like Torquel from the anime. It was always a really shy Pokemon, but it also showed that it could be pretty powerful as well. I really can't place why I like this tortoise-looking Pokemon so much, but I've always enjoyed it. It might be because it has really good defenses and it can take some hits. It might be because it's a good sunsetter. It might be because it has some really cool abilities that make it useful in a lot of different senses, where other Pokemon might come a little bit short. Otherwise, Torquel is just an interesting Pokemon. I find it really cool to use and really enjoy this Pokemon. Number 5, Chandelure. One of my favorite Generation 5 Pokemon was Chandelure. I never really used it because, Stone Evolution. I'm not really a major fan of inanimate object Pokemon either, but Chandelure just seems mystical, and it also has a really great shiny, making me really enjoy this Pokemon and want to use it. I remember having issues with Chantal's team since Chandelure was a pretty offensive powerhouse as an ace and made it really difficult to get through. I do think Chandelure could fit with a bunch of buffs to its stats, making it a little bit better maybe in speed or attack or more overall utility and defenses. But it does have some weird niches that can be used, such as being a Trick Room setter, which I still find pretty odd, but I guess you gotta find ways to make Pokemon work, am I right? Number 4, Infernape. This is my favorite firefighting starter. Infernape has a really great design for a Pokemon. It also has a really great arc in the anime that made it a lot of people's favorite. I didn't start with Infernape in Sinnoh, but I always will choose it now because it's just incredible and I enjoy it more than the other two. It offers the offensive from the physical side or the special side depending on which way you want to use it. Being able to be built either way a trainer desires is a really cool concept for a starter Pokemon and a concept I really like as a competitive battler. I have used this thing countless times, including in competitive, and I have enjoyed every minute of this Pokemon. I also think it has one of the best complete evolutionary lines in the entire game, because the entire line is really great. Number 3, Incineroar. I've had a weird relationship with Incineroar since it came out in Generation 7. I really liked Litten, but I initially hated the design for Incineroar, so I ended up choosing Rowlet. I eventually tried out Incineroar in Draft League, and it became one of my favorite Pokemon to draft, and one of my favorite Pokemon overall. I really like its bulk and utility, as well as being an Intimidate support. I just really enjoy the competitive prowess of this Pokemon, and even if I kind of wanted it to be a fighting type, it still works pretty well as a dark type. I really like its signature move too. It has a really funny animation, and I really just enjoy this Pokemon now, which is a very big contrast from when I first started. Number 2, Colossal. I forgot to mention Colossal in the rock type list. It is my favorite rock type, so let me set the record straight in this video. It has become another one of my favorite Galar Pokemon, and it's really hard to do when it's only been out for a generation. Colossal was added to my team for PDL as a Gmax Pokemon on a whim that I might be able to use it for setup. I was looking for a Gigantamax Pokemon that fit my team. I thought Colossal was the best one available, and it was a bargain buy at a tier 2 instead of a tier 1. So I decided to use it. And I had a really fun time mixing around these sets with this Pokemon, using it both as a physical or special attacker, and it worked out pretty well for me. Its signature move Tar Shot is really cool as well, and I like the gimmick. I just wish I could use it a little bit more because Colossal's very slow, making it probably likely to die with a single hit, which causes problems for me because, you know, I want to take advantage of Tar Shot and I can't do that if it's dead. Colossal is completely slow, which makes it hard to get going sometimes, but you can really make it work well with Aqua Jet and Weakness Policy as it's set. Get it plus 6 in speed, get it plus 2 in both attack stats, and let it go off. And finally, number 1, Charizard. Yeah, you already knew this was gonna be number 1, just like the flying video. Charizard was my original Pokemon, my first ever starter Pokemon, my first Mon that I basically solo ran a game with, my first level 100 Mon, and many, many more accolades. It also has a really awesome shiny, just want to say that. I don't care if it's the black one or the green and purple one. They're both really cool. Charizard has always been there for me since the beginning of my Pokemon journey, and is a major influencer as to why I originally started playing the series. Look at the box art from Generation 3 Fire Red and tell me you don't like Charizard, and it doesn't look cool. Like, I had to have that thing. I do really wish Charizard was a Dragon type since it was kind of made to be. You can't really look at it and tell me it's not supposed to be a Dragon. It has all the qualities of Dragon, it just doesn't have the type, and that's kind of dumb. Also, Ash's Charizard in the anime had one of my favorite personalities, starting as this weak little Charmander that eventually grew into a powerful Pokemon, making Ash become a better trainer in order for Charizard to give it respect. Charizard also is a really good example of why you never give up, because it got defeated, Ash cared for it, and then Charizard decided it wanted to get stronger so it could help out the team. Charizard also started the Fire-type starters having a great personality arc in the anime, which can be seen later in Pokemon like Infernape. Overall, Charizard is just a really cool looking design, an awesome Pokemon with great utility, and no matter how much love Game Freak gives to it, it will never be enough to beat mine. Well, that's my list of my favorite fire types. Let me know what your favorite fire type is in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video and the series, make sure you leave a like and subscribe for more content from the channel. Check out the description below for other ways to stay connected, such as following on Twitch or Twitter, and joining us in the Discord down below. If you missed any of my top 10 favorite Pokemon, feel free to go back and check them out, as some of them might surprise you. Or you might see them all coming, and I'm a very easy person to read, so one of the two options. Just go back and watch them if you missed them. You'll enjoy it. Thank you again for watching this video, and until next time, my name's Chaos and I'm signing off. Stay safe, and as always, burn it up. That's ironic, because it's the fire type episode and we're saying burn it up.